We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across
the United States President Donald Trump is targeting DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. The U.S. Education Secretary Lindsay McMahon on Friday announced as part of that more than 50 universities are being investigated for alleged racial discrimination. McMahon said students must be assessed according to merit and accomplishment, not prejudged by the color of their skin. In response, one university, Ohio State, said it does not discriminate on the basis of race, ethnicity, or any other class. The U.S. Department of Education says dozens of universities, including the Ivy League schools of Cornell and Yale, may have violated the 1964 Civil Rights Act by partnering with a non-profit organization that helps members of minority groups obtain PhDs. Also on Friday, a protest outside the DOE itself to demonstrate against a Trump move to cut nearly half of the department's employees.
Let me say to you, Mr. Trump and Mr. Musk, you will not take your wrecking ball to America's public schools. We will stand in your way.
That protest came amid a tumultuous week that included this demonstration in Trump Tower in New York on Thursday in support of a Columbia University student, Mahmoud Khalil, a leader of pro-Palestinian protests last year who faces deportation. The Trump administration is accusing Columbia of what it says is an inadequate response to alleged anti-Semitism on its campus, something the university denies. It's lost around $400 million in cancelled federal contracts and grants. The U.S. Justice Department is examining whether student protests at Columbia over the Gaza war violated federal terrorism laws. Another top university, meanwhile, Johns Hopkins in Baltimore, says it's been forced to lay off 2,000 workers due to Trump cuts. It said the termination of more than $800 million in U.S. aid funding is now forcing us to wind down critical work here in Baltimore and internationally.